Hello and welcome to Mind Peak. Do you sometimes feel overwhelmed by intense negative emotions? Ever wondered how to manage yourself when always being provoked? When triggered, it can be challenging when we lose control and allow our emotions to dominate our thoughts and actions. So, what are triggers and where do they come from? Triggers are responses to stimuli that can evoke a strong emotional reaction. They're created from our own experiences, like a unique recipe made from a complex blend of negative events that once marked our lives. These deeply rooted emotions often lie dormant, but when triggered, can swiftly rise to the surface and easily overpower your state of mind. So, to help you anticipate and deal with these thoughts, we'll take a look at 5 easy ways to avoid these triggers and strengthen your emotional resilience. Number 1. Self-awareness. By using self-awareness, you can recognize and deal with your personal triggers by learning how to anticipate and manage your reactions. This means developing a better understanding of your emotions so you can respond to difficult situations with more control. To become more self-aware, it means you must work to transform the only person you have control over, yourself. You can't stop someone or a situation from triggering you, but you can change how you react. The first step toward understanding yourself is to identify the situations, people, or events that tend to bring out a strong emotional response from you. This will involve taking time to reflect on the past and consider how your life experiences influence the way you react when triggered. Once you recognize your triggers, pay close attention to yourself and try to understand the different thoughts and sensations you're feeling. Are your muscles tensing, or are you feeling anxious and angry? By observing these reactions, only then can you begin to untangle the complex web that leads to your emotional responses. By using self-awareness in this way, you'll manage to diffuse the immediate reaction and prevent it from taking over. Practicing self-awareness requires patience and dedication, but the reward will be an increased level of resilience to your own personal trauma. Number 2. Mindfulness. When triggered, using mindfulness can be helpful to diffuse your emotional reaction. Mindfulness helps you become aware of your thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations in moments of distress. By acknowledging these emotions, you reduce the potential for an impulsive reaction that you might later regret. When using mindfulness techniques to control your emotions, you stay in the present moment rather than getting lost in a cycle of negative thoughts. If you're triggered and feel the urge to react in a strong way, try to focus on the sensations flowing through your body. By focusing on your feelings, it can help to create a gap between the trigger and your reaction, which then provides you with more control over your response. When emotions are running high, breathing techniques can also be useful, such as deep breathing or counting breaths. This can help you stay focused and teaches you that emotions are temporary and ever-changing. By incorporating mindfulness into your routine, it can empower you to manage emotional triggers more effectively and provide a calm space to choose your response. With practice, you'll develop greater emotional resilience, allowing you to respond to these challenging moments with more control. Number 3. Limit exposure. If you always find yourself struggling to deal with being triggered, limiting your exposure can be an effective way to help manage how you respond. This technique involves acknowledging specific situations or people that consistently provoke negative emotions and allows you to limit your exposure to them. For example, if you're in a relationship and find yourself triggered during a heated discussion with your partner, remove yourself and stay away for 10 minutes so that you can cool down and recompose. If certain topics or media stories consistently trigger negative emotions, consider limiting your exposure. Or, if social media is always a source of trigger-related content, try reducing your access to these platforms. By setting healthy boundaries and intentionally reducing your exposure, you are taking proactive steps to safeguard your emotional well-being. However, this doesn't mean you're avoiding these triggers forever, but rather, you're creating a temporary buffer to help you become more resilient in the future. Number 4. Practice coping strategies. Coping strategies are an effective long-term approach to help you manage your response to being triggered and involves learning how to cope with difficult emotions when they arise. We all have our own coping strategies when faced with a triggering moment, for example, choosing to bottle up our emotions or allowing them to take control and overwhelm us. The first step toward coping is being consciously aware of the things that trigger you, such as the types of situations or thoughts that evoke a strong negative reaction. Once you've identified your triggers, gradually expose yourself in controlled doses to the things that always provoke negative feelings. This can then help to desensitize your emotional responses and make them less overwhelming. Try to find humor in a situation, which can lighten your mood and change your perspective about something that would normally trigger you. When triggered, make use of relaxation techniques such as deep breathing and meditation to help calm your mind and reduce the intensity of your emotional response. Also, prioritize self-care by maintaining a balanced lifestyle. This includes proper sleep, regular exercise, a healthy diet, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. Like any skill, learning how to cope requires practice and patience, but over time, you'll be able to enhance your resilience and regain a sense of control. Number 5. Positive memories. Creating positive memories is a technique that involves focusing on positive experiences from the past to help reduce the intensity of your negative emotions. When you find yourself in a situation that triggers feelings such as anger, anxiety, or even sadness, try the following steps. Firstly, pay attention to your emotions and the sensations flowing through your body. Then, think of a time when you felt genuinely happy and content. This could be a cherished memory from the past, a moment of achievement, or any joyful experience. Try to remember as many positive details as you can, such as what you saw and how you felt at that moment. An example of using this technique could be when you're at work and a colleague makes a negative comment that directly affects you. Your heart begins to race, tension builds within, and you recognize the discomfort it's causing you. Instead of reacting negatively, maintain composure and shift your focus to a positive memory. Then, as you feel gratitude, your negative emotions will ease away and be replaced by a sense of calm. Also, try to make changes to your life so that it's filled with positive experiences rather than negative ones. Then it becomes easy to use the technique Create Positive Memories because there will be so many to choose from. We hope you found it informative learning about the 5 ways to stop getting triggered. If you would like to share your thoughts, feel free to leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again in the next video. Bye!